Hello and welcome to this DST progress book tutorial video. Today I'm going to talk about how to enter assessments, specifically some assessments that might look a little different than assessments that you're used to. The data entry might look different. With using the mastery-based learning rubrics, sometimes we can tie several standards to a question or tie several questions to a standard. And the ELA assessments, the common assessments, some of them have item analysis on them. So we're actually going to go to an ELA common assessment and take a look at that. So this is my main page. I'm going to come down here to enter assessment. Everything is set up here. I've got my homeroom. I've already got language arts selected. I'm going to scroll down here to summative, choose the type. And I'll scroll down and pick my assessment. Let's go with Unit 2 Common Assessment. And I'm going to choose to bulk edit this assessment. Let me scroll down here so you can see. So as you can see across the top here, so you would enter data just like you would enter on any other assessment, like we went over in the other assessment video. You can copy the date for all students, the date that the assessment was taken. You can come over here and you can fill in all of the fields for across the top and copy those. You can copy all to all students and then change them individually. But what you'll notice is across the top there's some crazy numbers and some standard tags here. So you have two different kinds of questions. One is a question that's tied to a standard, and two is a multiple choice question that we're looking for an item analysis. So so all you have to enter is the letter that the student chose. So for example, question 1 is tied to RI7. You can see it's tied to the RI7 rubric. You can choose just like you did, proficient or below or beyond. But question 2 does not have that option. So for question 2, you're just going to enter in the answer that the student chose. So if the student chose B on question 2A, if this first student here chose B, I would just enter B. Now, when you come over to the third column, you see that question 2 actually has 3 different parts, and all 3 parts are going to be graded on a single rubric. So all 3 parts of question 2, 2A, 2B, and 2C, all 3 parts are graded on RI2. So you're going to give question 2 a grade on the rubric here. So you're going to choose the grade on the rubric. But, of course, for question 2C, that's not an option because you've already graded it on the rubric. So here you're going to do your item analysis. So same with 3. 3, you have item analysis. But question 3 is also tied to RI4, so the informational standard. So you're going to choose from the rubric. So as you go through, you'll see that some of these are tied to item analysis. If it is tied to an item analysis, which would be multiple choice, you're going to put the answer that the student gave in the box. If it's tied to the rubric, you're going to give it a rubric score. I know that this is a little different. This data entry is a little bit different. You can see that, and it's not on every assessment, but on some assessments, this item analysis is going to come up, and I think it's good to know how to enter it. Sometimes you may also see that several questions are tied to a single rubric. So for some assessments, it might say 3 and 4 and only give you 1 rubric. And for some assessments, 1 question might be tied to 2 different rubrics. So it might just say question 4 and give you 2 rubrics. I know that all this is going to take some getting used to. It's a little bit different item analysis, but in the end, it gives you lots of valid information, and it gives the district lots of valid information to go off of in the future. So thank you so much for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.